We is back. You know what it is? It's your boy R to the A to the K to the S. Raxo. Yes, sir. Episode 3. Episode 3. Yeah, man. DJ, cut that. DJ, cut that. Ain't nobody over there. You guys know I'm the musician, the editor, the director, and the producer. Everything up in this bitch. Welcome back. We lovin', we livin', we keeping it moving. It's your boy Rax, pulling up with another one. Episode 3. Oh my God, 3? Can you believe it? We making 3 of these things already. Hey man, what a great time. Last 2 episodes have caught traction. They're catching traction like slicks on a wet road, baby. That's how much traction they catching, all right? But listen, at the end of the day, we doing this for the love. We doing this because I want to do this. We doing this because I enjoy doing this. At the end of the day, I enjoy talking. At the end of the day, I enjoy speaking to y'all. I hope I can put some smiles and I can fill some hearts. That's all that's worthwhile, baby. Let's get right to it. It's once again episode 3. We got some talking points here. First and foremost, baby, I want to apologize to Mr. Wesley Snipes. Wesley, I know you're a big fan of this show. I know you watch every single episode. And I know I called you Nicolas Cage last episode, describing White Man Can't Jump, the original. What the fuck?
Oh, man, shut your anorexic, malnutrition, tapeworm having, overdose, Dick Gregory, Bahamian diet drinking ass up. Leave me alone.
What the? Listen, get closer. Actually, I'll get closer. What the fuck? Like, am I for real? Did I really call Wesley Snipes Nicolas Cage? Like, Face Off Nicolas Cage? Like, Snake Eyes Nicolas Cage? Like, Ghost Rider Nicolas Cage? Like, Con Air Nicolas? Listen, bro. There is no way that I did that. There's no way that I called Blade, Face Off, Snake Eyes, and Ghost Rider. First and foremost, I love both of those actors. Nicolas Cage has always been an amazing actor when it comes to the movies that I've watched him do. For some reason, my mother was in love with Nicolas Cage. Listen, I don't understand it. Don't ask me. Ask my mother, all right? Ask my mother. Ma, why'd you even like Nicolas Cage? What's with this white boy fucking fantasy you had your whole life? But regardless, man, I want to apologize. I called Wesley Snipes Nicolas Cage on my last episode, episode 2. Don't even know how that happened. I got to keep it real with y'all. I don't even know how that... When I saw Wesley Snipes' face in my mind describing the original White Man Can't Jump, and I stumbled out the name, Nicolas Cage, bro? It's like night and day. No offense. It's like night and day. Literally, bro. Like, come on. Hey, man. Episode 3, we're just going to talk some more shit. We're going to try to crack some jokes. We're going to try to put some smiles in people's hearts. And we are back. All right, baby. Let's get right back to it. Hey, listen. First 2 episodes, I've been talking to you guys straight off the dome. We've just been having straight conversations. I've been watching the Heat game as I'm having these conversations. And as you know, the Miami Heat did make the NBA Finals against the Denver Nuggets. Game 1 was a slaughterhouse. Game 1 was a slaughterhouse. I don't like to use that because it's not true, but it kind of did look it was going in that direction. We weren't really doing that well. You can catch Game 2 recap with Sports with So-So. I had an interview with my dog. So-So, what up, baby? Hey, Sports with So-So, Miami Heat game recaps are brought to you by Empire Boutique. Make sure you go get that drip. But anyways, man, Game 1 is in the past. Game 2 will be tomorrow on Sunday. I will not be doing a podcast watching that live because this episode is going to be made differently. All right? We're not just... Listen, I've noticed that as I'm talking to you guys, I'm getting distracted by the game, and I don't come back and finish any conversation that I might be having about a prior topic. Because once I get invested into that game, pitch, that bitch disappears. All right? We talking Heat. All right? When we talk the team, we ain't even playing no bullshit. So we're going to try a little different this time. I haven't had any talking points in my previous episodes. And I felt like it went okay. But I do owe it to you guys to keep a consistent rhythm, to keep a nice flow. Speaking of flow, you guys caught the pic? Yeah. Yeah, I promise I deliver. I never break a promise, baby. That's my thing. I will never break a promise. All right? So, man, listen, I just, first and foremost, all right, man, so this one we're going to try to do a little bit differently. We're going to try to stay on rhythm. Hey, all the 8 views that I got on my second episode, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I got like about 30 plus views on my first episode, a few likes. I fuck with it, man. I fuck with it. This is not a sprint. This is not a drag race. This is a marathon. Shout out to Nip, man. Nip.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rap. Last time that I
We miss you, baby. Yes, sir. Hey, first and foremost, today was almost a disaster. Right now, I'm watching the Florida Panthers, but I'm not really going to do a play-by-play about this because I can't pronounce these names. I've got no idea who's on the team. I'm not even going to front like if I watch hockey that much, okay? I watch hockey. I watch the playoffs, sure. But if the Panthers ain't in it, we ain't invested. But guess fucking what? The Panthers are in this bitch, okay? We are looking at the Stanley Cup Finals at this moment. Our Florida Panthers are playing the Las Vegas Knights. All right, we're currently down right now 2-1. It's looking a little rough, but I can't give no input. I don't know this team. The last time I watched hockey was the Mighty Ducks. And nope, not the Anaheim ones. Wait. Wait. Is it still Anaheim? Do the Ducks still exist? Ducks fly together. Oh, if you don't know that reference, you fucking tripping, man. You guys, oh, wait a motherfucking minute. I was wrong. It is 2-2, okay? In the last quarter. Hey, listen, the last time, if you don't know the Mighty Ducks, is it Disney? Damn, I want to say it's Disney, but those series of movies made me want to be a professional hockey player, which obviously we see how that ended. Okay, that did not end on the right side of the tracks for me. But hey, listen, man, I make a first move, Conway. Charlie Conway was an icon when it came to that fucking movie. Goldberg, R.I.P. Goldberg, man. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. We don't talk enough about mental health, and we don't talk enough about how these actors, these young actors, these kid actors that start getting paid so fucking early, where they end up as mid-adults. I mean, man. Anyways, Mighty Ducks was definitely one of the movies that got me invested into sports. The second movie that got me invested into sports, which is right up there, is The Little Giants. Giants! Giants!
Giants! Giants! Help us, God!
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, if you don't know The Little Giants, I don't know what the fuck to tell y'all. Y'all been living under a rock. I need you to crawl out the rock that you've been living in for the past 3 decades and watch Mighty Ducks and Little Giants. Hey, baby, it's Saturday. We having a little sip. We having more than a little sip. But we having a little sip. Guess what I got in my cup right now? You guys will never believe what I got in my cup right now. I got me some wine. What? Wine? Why? I mean, if you ask me, I don't know the answer to it. I went to go see the doctor. The doctor the other day, he told me, hey, listen, if you drink red wine, it's good for your cardiovascular system. It's a preventative for a heart attack. But saying that, I'm not telling you that you should start drinking wine as a preventative. Hey, Doc, I heard you loud and clear. I heard you loud and clear, Doc. I heard you loud and clear. So guess what? We bought ourselves a bottle of wine this week. Actually, we didn't buy shit. I've had a bottle of wine in my bar for a while now. I've never really been intrigued by it. And it's been a rough week. It's been a rough week. Let me tell you why it's been a rough week. It's been a rough week because it's been the first time. Oh, shit. It's been the first time that my son gets sick. Okay, like legitimate sick, not just like feeling bad. No, my boy had a fever. He's teething. He's not feeling so good. You know, there's a flu. There's a cold going around, and he's been on a bad one. And since he's on a bad one, he's been putting us on a bad one. And you know, the level of stress has been elevated. And first and foremost, I don't know what the fuck is going around right now in South Florida. But this shit's insane. My mama's sick. My sister was sick. My niece was sick. My wife's sick. My boss is sick. My colleague is sick at work. I'm surrounded by sick motherfuckers. And then I'm the asshole if I wear a mask to anywhere I go, but I don't want to wear no mask. We are not in COVID. We are not in lockdown. I don't want to do that shit ever again. I think we can all agree that COVID was one of the fucking most terrifying, shocking things we've ever been to in our lifetime. I don't think people before us were ever in quarantine before. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but shit. I mean, I'm the history buff. I should correct myself if I'm wrong, but... Listen, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. Except God. Shout out to my man, God. Hey. So, listen, yeah, this week has been a little stressful. So, I stood at my bar. I looked at that bottle of wine and I said, should I crack it? I've had it since we moved in. We moved into this home. We purchased this home last year. It's been almost a year now since we moved in. And I've been looking at that bottle of wine and I'm like, do I pop it? Nah, I'll just go buy a 12-pack. Nah, I'll go buy a 12. I popped that bitch on Thursday. All right? I popped that bitch on Thursday. It's not a crazy bottle. It's a, correct me if I say this wrong, a Chianti. Because it's a Chianti and it has the wooden straw. Apparently it's made straight from Italy. It costs about $13. I looked it up. All right? But if there's one thing I do know, because I went to culinary school, none of that even matters, but if there's one thing I do know is that wine is supposed to be, you know, drank a certain way. And you should see my stupid ass. Okay? You should fucking see my stupid ass drinking this wine because it's supposed to be drank a certain way. I've seen a lot of wine connoisseurs, you know, how they're supposed to drink their wine. I've been to some wine events where you usually spit it out so you don't catch a buzz. I've never spat it out because the whole purpose of drinking it is to catch the buzz. I've never spat it out. But, so, you know, first and foremost, you pop that bitch. Oh, my God. And let me tell you about popping that bitch open. I had never really opened a bottle of wine. I've opened plenty of bottles of champagne, you know. Sometimes you give a little shake. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but you really did. But I never really actually opened a bottle of wine. And the bottle of wine opener that I have is like, you know, the beer opener that it has the wine part, it has the blade. I knew what the blade was for. You know, I'm not a complete moron. I knew what the blade was for. So, you know, I used the blade. And first and foremost, that blade shit is not as easy as it looks, okay? To make a perfect circular thing, I was starting perfect and then I was sliding down and I was like, what the fuck? I haven't even drank this thing. But I finally got it in, like, and then I tried to pull. That did not work. And then I was paranoid that I was going to bust this shit, that I was going to bust my head because I have plenty of scars. I use my hands a lot. I've got plenty of scars. And I honestly, man, like I fuck myself up a lot. Like, it's not even a joke. I really do fuck myself up a lot. So I wasn't trying to do that. I YouTubed how to do it. Some guy showed, you know, you wrote, then you tilt the key back, you input, then you lift up. Easy work. So I thought, right? So here I go. The cork starts to break sideways. I'm like, I'm doing it wrong. I'm fucking doing it wrong. There's no way this should even be breaking apart like this. Half an hour into fucking trying to open this cork, that bitch bust open. Oh, and then automatically my douchebag ass, you know, fake wine drinker, you gotta let it breathe. You gotta let the bottle breathe. I don't know where I've heard that before. I mean, I've watched plenty of movies say you gotta let it breathe. So I let it breathe. I mean, I let that bitch breathe. Let it breathe. Is that even a song? So I finally let it breathe. Now, mind you, this thing's room temperature is not cold. I'm like, Google, how do you drink wine? Room temperature, here it goes. I popped it into this glass. We know this isn't a wine glass, but I just didn't feel right holding the other glass. I was like, I'm in my house. I can use it off any glass that I fucking want to. Which, as you can see, now I'm using the motherfucking tumbler because I've gotten past that bougie shit. But I poured it in, you know, you give it a little twirl. A little twirl. You take it in. You take it in, yeah. and then you. And that's how you're supposed to drink wine. You guys hear that voice? Oh, that's the hall. I've increased the sensitivity on my mic so you guys can hear whatever the fuck is happening in the hallway of my building. That's insane. Back scratcher. If you guys don't own a back scratcher, I don't know what the fuck is going on with you. Because my wife's scratching my back, but when she's asleep, who's supposed to scratch it? Who's supposed to scratch it when she's asleep? The back scratcher. Shout out to my daddy, man. This shit's been my daddy's for like way more than a few decades. Marco Island, Florida. Real wood. Damn, why did I slap myself like that? It's okay. I've had a few glasses of wine. I barely feel it. So, yeah, man, it's been a rough week. I said, fuck it. Let me pop that bottle of wine open. Had a few sips. I was watching a movie as I was having those few sips, and I had a glass. I think I had a little bit more than a glass because I don't really know my measurements when it comes to glass. So I, poured it in, looked it in. I was like, looks like a glass. So I started. That's bitter, but it's nice. Twirling it around, that feels pretty good. Next thing you know, I was somewhere like this. That feels fucking amazing. All right, listen, my kid has not been feeling good, so he hasn't let none of us sleep, especially my wife. Shout out my wife, man. Hey, baby girl. Baby girl, I appreciate everything you're doing, man. I know you're a first-time mom. I know you've been freaking out. I know you've locked yourself in the bathroom crying because our son has been feeling bad, but you're a fucking killer. You're a fucking killer. I appreciate you. You've been doing everything right. You're a goddess, girl. Don't worry about this, man. This shit happens when you have kids. I tried to tell you. Before you said, put a kid in me. I tried to fucking tell you. But you've been a goddess. You've been a queen. Keep it pushing, baby. Keep it pushing. I'm proud of you. All right. But she's locked herself in the bathroom a couple times. She's been crying. Obviously, it's emotional for her to see her son in some type of pain. It's the first time we ever see him not act in character. Our son is usually very active, very smiling, very happy, very bitchy, and then happy, then bitchy, demanding, and bitchy. But he wasn't none of that. He was just very depressed. You could just see it. You can just see whether there's something wrong with our child. And it translated over to her, man. And, girl, you're a queen. Don't worry about it. This shit happens. I know you've beating yourself up a little bit that you're just like all of us. You wish you could take that pain away from our child and put it onto you, but it doesn't work that way. All we could do is do a great job, and you've been doing a hell of a job. So, shouts out to the baby mama, shouts out to the wife, shouts out to you, girl. Hey, Alyssa, girl, let me get at you when I get off this, all right? I'm gonna see you right after this. But yeah, man, I popped that bottle of wine. I sipped it. I said, fuck it, let me have another one. Listen, hold on. Before I get to that first cup got me in a right situation. All right? That first cup, hold on. That first cup got me in a right position. That second cup had me in a total different position. And it was like face down, ass up type of position. I was out like a fucking light, okay? I don't know what happened. I might have been hit in the face by Mike Tyson after that second one, but there was nothing happening around me. There was nothing happening around me. I received a text message from my wife saying, huh? And then a follow-up saying, help? And I was like, oh shit, she needs help. And when I tried to get the fuck up, I was like, wait a minute. These grapes ain't playing, okay? Whose feet were stomping on these grapes? Because that motherfucker has some shit on his feet, okay? Wine is... I don't know why I didn't drink it sooner. I do not condone the abuse of alcoholic drinking. Drink responsibly. Now that I got that out the way, motherfucker, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. I took Friday. I popped that bitch again. Friday, I popped that bitch again. I got home. I was like, man, it's been a long day at work. It's been a long week. I had another glass. I popped in some steaks. It's just one thing I learned at culinary school is that you mix your wines with whatever food you're eating. Red wines are usually for your red meats, your red meats, your protein meat, stuff like that. White wines are usually more for your white meats, like your chicken, your poultry, etc., your fish, etc. And I cooked a steak. We had a meal. Popped one, popped two. After I popped that second one, I was like, all right, we're going to stop right here. I got to go to the gym tomorrow. Which shout out my boy Jay Vibes, man. We fucking killed that bitch today. Hey, fat to fit. That's what we calling this. All right, fat to fit continues. Me and my boy, we did show this today. Okay, we got a few vids in. I got about 3 workouts in this week. Hey, listen, bro. Slowly but surely, we making transformations in everything in life. Okay? Slowly but surely, I'm going to make sure that I make the right steps to elevate. But yeah, man, it was a rough week. But we here, baby. We here, episode 3, we here. Let's talk some shit. Let's get it going. Hey, movie time! Oh, yeah, man, this Thursday we sat down to watch To Catch a Killer. Now, we sat down to watch To Catch a Killer as I was having a sip of wine. And as I told y'all, that first sip of wine had me right. That second sip of wine had me on my ass. So we never really got to finish it. And let me tell you fucking why. Okay, Xfinity, I got a beef with y'all. Xfinity, I got major beef with y'all. Let me explain to you why. Because the moment I sat down to watch this movie, you motherfuckers decided it was time to have a power outage. I'm sorry, a coverage outage. Okay? And I was okay with it. Because you told me it was going to end at 11:40. And when I looked at my watch, it was 11:20. But guess what? I sat in that bitch till 11:40. And my box was still blinking. And listen, there's just one thing that I've... Guys... You're right here. Guys, in the age that we live in, we are doomed if we don't have Wi-Fi or technology. Like, doomed. We can't even watch TV. If you've got cable or antenna, congratulations. I gotta say congratulations. So I was trying to watch To Catch a Killer with Shailene Woodley. Okay? Hold on. With Shailene Woodley. Oh, Shailene was good. Am I even pronouncing that? I know I'm definitely pronouncing Woodley right, but Shailene might be a little different. We know her from Divergent. We know her from Insurgent. We know her from Detergent. That's definitely not right. Shailene, I'm sorry. Fuck. First Wesley, now Shailene. Oh my God, I really hope I'm saying your name right, girl. But it's To Catch a Killer, man. What an amazing movie. So I sit down to watch this movie, right? I get 5 minutes in and then I get the buffer circle. Oh no, my internet is tripping. I close it out, open it up again, still circling. Close it out. I've got a sign behind my router box, so I can't. In front of my router box, so I can't really see if it's flashing or not. I had to get my lazy ass up and actually check, and yeah, it was flashing, no problem. So I unplug it like a normal human being. I say, fuck it, we'll give it 10 seconds, we'll let it reboot. And then, of course, it's fucking storming outside, so I had to put 1 and 9 together, and I'm like, well, shit, that equals 2. I check on the app, there's an internet out, there's no problem, 11:40. I sat there till 11:40, I refreshed, it didn't come back. That bitch came back at 12:30 in the morning, guys. And remember how I told you that I'll sit there and I'll watch movies late as fucking night so I can go to work the next day beat? That's exactly what the fuck happened. But the help that I had on Thursday was that Chianti wine that I drank. All right, that second cup put me on my ass. By the time the internet came back, I was like, you know what? I'm not even watching this shit. I'm going straight to bed, and I knocked the fuck out. Whew, man, I understand why they've been drinking wine for so long. Jesus, I understand why you turn water into wine. I get it now. I get it. Jesus. I really did that. But it's okay because Jesus is my dog. Jesus is my homeboy. We have a one-way communication line. I got him on speed dial. Aye! So I watched To Catch a Killer the following day after popping another bottle of wine. I'm sorry, I didn't pop any other bottle of wine. I corked that bottle of wine, and I had another glass because I was like, that was really good. I actually enjoyed how that felt. And so yeah, we set out to watch To Catch a Killer. Great movie, Great movie. I give it about a 6.5, close to a 7. It was definitely a roller coaster. I didn't. There were some scenes I didn't enjoy, but all in all, it was a good movie. You guys should watch it. I mean, it's legit. It's for real. Dude stands in a penthouse with a sniper rifle, pops off 28 people. Now there's a whole investigation. The investigation is being led by a gay FBI agent. Plot twist. I mean, when he introduced me, his husband on the movie, I was like, no fucking shit. Go you, Mr. Badass, out here fucking taking all the pine. But but yeah, man, it was a great fucking movie. Hey, listen, I love movies. You guys are aware. I'm very passionate about movies. I was introduced to movies early on and fell in love with them so much that I used to go to Mall of the Americas. And when I tell you I used to go, I might have been around 10, 11 years old. Growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s was a different vibe than growing up right now, okay? Let me explain to you why. I would never let my daughter, she's 12 years old, go to a movie theater at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and then wait for her to call me like around 10, 11 o'clock at night and be like, Dad, come pick me up. By herself, mind you. That's what my mom used to do. My mom used to drop me off at my request. Okay, at my request, because some way, somehow, I was always a finagler. I was always a finesser. I was always a hustler. I would walk into Mall of the Americas. Ooh, Mall of the Americas, baby. Talk about retro. Okay, you walk in that bitch right now, it looks like a fucking scene from The Last of Us. Okay, but the Mall of the Americas was the vibe back in the days. It had the arcade, it had the popping stores, it had the theater. That was the place to go if you were from Miami. Then Dolphin Mall opened up, and it just, just like everything, man. Something better opens up, you go over there. Something has to close out, but that shit is still vibing. It got a DMV in there now, though. That's crazy to me. It's crazy that a mall has a DMV inside of it now, but fuck it, man. Whatever pays the bills, bro. So, my dad bought me a beeper. If you don't know what a beeper is, go fuck off. Just like that, bro. If you don't know what a beeper is, go fuck off, because I'm not about to explain it to you. Google that shit. It'll tell you exactly what it is. A beeper was basically a box. Now here I go explain to it. A beeper was basically a box that you would call it and put in your phone number, and when beep, 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 you would look at it, there would be a phone number, I got to call this phone number. Now you had to walk your ass to a payphone, call that number, and be like, did you page me? Did you page me? And then, of course, we started using it differently. We would write things like, I miss you. I think that was 143, I love you, 123. There was 403, like, you're a hoe. You flip that bitch upside down. There was 80885. That was boobs if you put it backwards. Man, we were fucking obnoxious. But that's what a beeper was. So my mom used to drop me off at Mall of the Americas. I used to walk into the theater, pay one ticket, somewhere around 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I'd watch the movie that I was going to, and then nobody's paying attention to this 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid. I'd walk straight into another movie theater, watch another movie. Go to another one, watch another movie theater. And then when I was done, I'd walk to the fountain, pick up a quarter, page my mom. Or as a matter of fact, I didn't. You know what I would use? Oh my fucking God. You know what I would use back in the late 90s, early 2000s to call my mom? I would dial, I want to say it's 411. Okay, I would dial 411. There would be an operator that pulled up on payphones. And I got this from the movie Hackers. It was one of Angelina Jolie's movies. I can't remember the other. But listen, in the movie, dude pulls up to a payphone, boop, 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 gets the fucking operator. He says, operator, I'm having trouble dialing a number. And the operator would be like, what's the number? And connected him. So I'm like, fuck it. It'll work for me. Fuck it. And the first time I tried that shit fucking worked. I hit 411. She answered, and I said, ma'am, I'm having trouble dialing a number. I put the quarter in. It's not working. Guess what the fuck she did? She connected me to my number. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Listen, that was insane. That worked. That worked amazingly every time. And then I kind of finessed it a little more. We used to use, you guys remember 1-800-COLLECT? 1-800-COLLECT was a collect call. It was a toll-free call. But if the person on the other end picked up, they would charge them for it. So I would dial 1-800-COLLECT. I would input my name. But when it said put my name, I would say, Mom, I'm ready. My mom knew where I was at. So she would, she would get the call. This is the call from Mom, I'm ready. To accept the charges, press 1. She would decline the charges, come pick my ass up. We were good to go. So that's fucking insane, man. So I'm a big ass movie buff. And yeah, man. To this day, that's a core memory. That's definitely a core memory. And I don't recommend you leaving your 10, 11-year-old kid unattended in a big-ass mall with these pedophile adults nowadays. But it was a different time back then, man. Back then, we were just Back then was a lot more simpler times, man. It wasn't more of this controversial shit that we got going on right now. Which, in my last episode, we did talk about some controversial movies. And one of the controversial topics that I heard about this week was so apparently there's this thing going around called trans-able. Okay. I needed to look it up because I thought it was a joke. I honestly thought it was a joke, and no disrespect to anyone, but trans-able are healthy people who feel that they should have been born with a deficiency, with some type of handicap. These are grown people saying, I should have been born handicapped, so I'm going to be handicapped. A man in Great Britain cut off his arm. Okay? He cut off his arm because he felt like he should have been an amputee. A woman in the U.S. poured Clorox on her eyes because she felt that she should have been born blind. I got a problem with that. I don't have a problem with a lot of things, but I got a problem with that. Okay? I've got a problem with that simply because there are people who are born blind, or there are people who at some point in their life end up blind, and all they wish is that they can see. All they wish is that they can see the person in front of them, look at them, and appreciate the beauty and appreciate the human that's in front of them. There's some people that all they want to do is be able to touch something with their hands because they've never felt it. And here comes the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch was a great fucking show. I probably shouldn't reference that because it's not fair. But here comes the fucking clown mobile. Just fucking that up. You should have been born handicapped? Come on, man. How much attention do you need to cut your fucking arm off? To pour Clorox on your eyes so that you can go blind? Are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? I don't agree with that. I know I say I see the light in everything, but you can't really fucking break this down for me. This is stupidity at its highest. I don't know how we got here. You cut your arm off. There's people that wish that their arms were growing back. You fucking go blind. There's people that wish they could just see their mother, their father, their husband, their wife, their daughter, their son. The people that love them, they wish, they pray for that. And here you go with the fucking clown show. Just for what? For what? Explain it to me. You can't explain it to me because it doesn't make sense. Trans-able is one of those things that we're dealing with in 2023 and moving forward. I really hope it stops at those two characters because there's no logic behind that. There's absolutely zero logic behind that. You know what else there's zero logic behind? The express lane. The express lane, if you don't know what an express lane, here in Miami, Florida, we We, the taxpayers, are paying the government to build these express lanes that allow us to go faster and get to our location because we pay a higher toll quicker than the average person on the other side. Now, the thing stopping these expressors from the average people are these plastic dividers ran across the highway that people give no shits about, okay? They run them over like if it's nothing. They're replacing them every day, every night. I saw a video the other day of some guy just driving down the fucking regular highway with an express lane fucking plastic stuck under his bumper. And I was like, that worked out great. Now, they charge us around $12 a toll right during rush hour for us to use this express lane. And I was going to work the other day, peak rush hour, and there was this huge line for the express lane, and it was $12. And I'm sliding through the public lane. All right, expressors. Guess what's happening with the expressors? The expressors are paying $12 to be at a complete standstill because there's one fucking lane and they can't keep moving. And I'm sliding. And everybody else is sliding for free. For free. So the express lane is one of those things that you guys really need to educate me on because I only use them when that bitch says 0000. When they're not charging me for that express lane, that's when I use it. Okay, because point blank, them shits are useless. Dave County, if you agree with me, say what's up. Drop a comment if you agree with me and the express lane is useless. I mean, the best the express lane has ever done was take the traffic from our public route and put it over there so that they could be at complete standstill. Because other than that, that shit is motherfucking useless. All right?
I don't know how to respond to that.
Okay, Siri. Somebody call 911, please. I think Siri's listening to me. Speaking of 911, oh my fucking God. I didn't write this down, but speaking of 911, you guys. This isn't funny, but it is funny. I caught the most horrific accident going to the gym the other day. This was Wednesday night. I was heading over to LA Fitness in Pembroke Pines. I mean, if you're watching this, if you're local, you know where that is. If you don't worry about it. It's like going 20 minutes to another town. All right, so I was heading out. I'm driving in the middle lane, and this BMW was flying by me. And me being the middle-aged man that I am, I'm like, where the fuck are you going? All right, and so I get pissed off at this guy flying by me, and I look down on my radio to change the song, and when I look down on my radio to change the song, I see a big spark off the peripheral of my eye. And when I look up, that BMW is smashing itself into an electricity pole, and there's another vehicle spinning in the middle of the road. So clearly, this black BMW smashes into it, causes the accident, and smashes into the road. And now the electricity cables are sparking on it, so all I can see is a blue fucking sky. I automatically hit the brakes, and I'm fucking like, holy shit. I want to get out to help, but I already see people running, so what I do is I pick up the phone, I call 911. I don't call 911 a lot. I don't really like to interact with law enforcement. I don't want shit to backfire on me. I respect law enforcement. Shout out to my brother for FHP. It's like my brother. He's married to my cousin, which is like my sister, as you guys know, if you do know from my last episodes. But Chris, love you, boy. Hey, so I call 911. While they're helping them out. Now, I'm watching these guys get out. First and foremost, the first thing that hit me in my chest was that the other car that was spinning in the road, the driver jumps out. He's a male. He runs straight to the back seat. I already knew. My heart dropped. I already knew. He opens the door. All the smoke is coming out because obviously the airbag's deployed. And he pulls out his child. His child is screaming and crying. And all I could do was pray that that child and everybody else was okay. And then I pointed my attention to the black BMW, which was the cause of the accident. Black BMW, nobody was moving. That was already a scary sight. So what happened was, I see the door open. This young male It's falling out, and in my head, I'm like, please don't be dying. Please do not be dying. Now I'm calling 911, and it's ringing. Why the fuck is 911 ringing? I don't what? And then I hear 911. What is your address in your emergency? I react like anybody else would react when there's an emergency. Hey, listen, there was a huge accident. I'm calling to call you guys. I'm in the corner of. Okay, sir, calm down. Bitch. First thing you tell me is calm down. There could be people seriously injured. What do you mean calm down? I understand. Listen, 911 dispatchers, I understand you guys need to catch the information that we're giving you. But some people's skills wouldn't hurt. Okay? Some people's skills wouldn't hurt. Understand that if we're calling you and we're frantic, it's because we don't know how to react to a situation. So we would like to give you guys information to get here quickly to handle it. Here's the other problem I had. Okay, what is your name? Why do you need my name? I understand you guys got protocol, but can you get the information that I want to give you first and then we can get to that? No. We got to interrogate the caller first. What the fuck? So I called them. Like I said, okay, which direction were you driving? Well, I wasn't driving. It's an accident between two other vehicles. Okay, where are you? I explained to her the exact direction. Which way were you going? I explained to her in the direction the accident was. Okay, sir, calm down. Bitch, you told me to calm down 2 times. Okay, this is an emergency situation. I am not calming down. What is your name? First of all, I hesitated. I hesitated because when the cop asked me for my name, I'm like, why you need my name? Mrs. Officer, why you need my name? I wasn't involved in this. Why you need my name? You know, reluctantly, I gave it. Archimedes. Okay. What is your phone number? Why do you need my phone number? Why do you need my phone? Okay. My phone number is yada yada yada. Yada 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 yada. What color is your vehicle? Oh, okay, bitch. Listen, I've already told you I was not involved. I was not involved. My vehicle is white, but I won't be here when you guys get here. All you hear is, okay. Bitch, I am trying to help. I am legitimately trying to help. So then we proceeded to give all the information. She told me to calm down about 3 more times before I just said, listen, bro, there's people hurt. Okay, there was a baby crying. There's a family of 4 on one side. There's 3 males laying on the floor in front of me. You guys need to get here ASAP. Okay, officers and fire rescue are on the way. Thank you. Boop, boop, click. And then I got a text with a link. 911 is sending texts with links now, y'all. I didn't click that motherfucking link. I did not. Conspiracy theory or not, I am not clicking that link. I've gotten too many fraud emails to click that link. If I click that link and you guys take all my information, I do not need you hearing my phone calls. Some of my phone calls really need to be private, and we gonna keep it that way. Okay. Yeah, man, shout out to all my first responders. 45 seconds after hanging up that phone call, I kept driving up. All I could hear was ambulances and the fire rescue coming right away. We salute you guys. We thank you guys for everything you do. Shout out to my law enforcement. Shout out to my 911 dispatchers, man. I am just clowning on y'all. I know you guys got to do your job, but shit. If it's a bystander calling in, maybe get the information first before you start interrogating. I'm just saying, man. So, yeah, man, it's been a rough week. Today was one of the first times that I felt like our son was ready to step out the crib. Ready to go outside. I remember I woke up this morning right before going to the gym with my boy George, and I looked at my wife and I said, hey, we going out tonight. I finally got paid the first time in like over a month, you guys. Man, I know they say money doesn't buy happiness, but fuck, it sure does help. It sure does help. And you can sure buy some shit that makes you happy. So we might have to fucking rethink that phrase, okay? I know they say money doesn't buy happiness, but shit, man, I think we got to rethink that phrase because I've been broke for like the past month and something. I've been transitioning jobs. I've been figuring some shit out, and I think I landed in a great opportunity. I know I landed in a great opportunity to climb to where I need to be and use my skills and assets to take me there. But regardless of that, it's been a rough couple of weeks financially and health-wise when it comes to my son, my family, and everybody around me. But today I felt like one of those days that we were ready to get back to normal. I looked at my wife the moment I woke up. I was up today by like around 7 something in the morning. She was already up because our son gets her up early. But she was already up. I looked at her and I said, hey, we going out today. All right, we going to have a nice dinner. We're going to go some places. We're going to take care of some shit. We going out today. And she was all for it. Shit, she was all for it. I got to the gym. Me and my boy worked out. I was on my way back home. When I got here, chopped up a little breakfast. She was already ready, man. She was ready to go out. Our son was changed. I was the only one that needed to shower and change so we can get out here. And I salute her for that. You know why? Because I know she wasn't feeling great. I know she had that cold, and she did that because I wanted to go out. I wanted to do something. So I respect that. And girl, that's why I chose you, man. I fucking love you. I died for you. You know, I'm here whenever you need me. I may be a little bit of an asshole. It's crazy because I'm a funny asshole, but then I could be an asshole, and that guy's a dickhead. But then when I'm an asshole, I always feel bad about being that guy, so I got to kill that guy right away and go back over there and be like, are you hungry? If you ask your girl if she's hungry and she says no, you might as well just break that shit off right there, y'all boys. Might as well just be like, fuck, I fucked up real bad if I asked her if she's hungry and she don't want to eat. You might as well just pack your shit and walk out, my boys, because it's over for you after that. But nah, man. Life is funny that way. I really wanted to go out, have a great time. I wanted to go and take my son out, take my wife out, do some nice stuff, run some errands first and do some nice stuff. And of course, today in months that I finally get to do these things, it's a full-blown fucking flood watch outside. I get an alert from Alexa telling me, hey, no, Alexa, I'm not worried about you right now. She's over there listening to me say something. That's another thing. Alexa listens to a lot. She listens to a lot. See, my wife's name is Alyssa. And there's times that I say that name and she pops up and she's like listening to everything we say. And that's scary. AI is scary as fuck. AI is scary as fuck. I had a deep conversation at Home Depot with my wife about AI. I don't think she was listening, but I felt good talking about it. All right. AI is scary. Let me explain to you guys about AI. AI is artificial intelligence. I know a lot of you guys know about it now. A lot of the shit that's being pushed right now with AI is artificial pictures or artificial voices. I know you guys have heard the verses that Drake has spit. I know you guys have heard the voices that AI artists are putting out there. So musicians are now taking a look at fake them spit harder verses than they are, and that's weird. That's weird because a human didn't really create that. You put that into a chat GPT, you put that into an AI software, and that software somehow decoded this human being and said, all right, let me spit a verse in a way that this person does it, and we fuck with it, which is the crazy part. So in 20 years, are there really going to be any artists? What about concerts? Will there be an AI Drake out there just spitting bars? Am I looking at a fake-ass robot spitting bars and paying fucking $200 for a ticket? $200 for... I mean, it's better than a Drake ticket. Drake is charging crazy-ass money for these tickets. But Drake, shout out to you, man. If fucking, you were out here mumbling in songs and that's not even a joke. Sky's the limit. It may not mean nothing to y'all, but understand nothing was done for me. There's a verse, I can't quote it right now, but he goes, na na And then he says something about he can mumble in his verses and still get paid. It was all facts. So today was one of the first times in a couple of weeks that I said, fuck it, we're going out, we're having a great time. And of course, the moment I opened the door, there was a flood watch on my watch. I'm looking at the sky, it's black, it's starting to rain. I was like, of course, I picked the worst Saturday. But that's what happened in Miami, Florida. In South Florida, you'll never know. You'll have a typhoon at 9 a.m. You have a hurricane at 11:30. Then it'll be pure spring and summer from 12 to 3. Bright-ass sun. Now all that water is fucking radiating from the street, so the humidity is crawling up your legs and you're fucking sweating all through your legs and your calves. And you're like, why is this happening to me right now? And then by 4 o'clock, it's storming again. It's just South Florida life. It's just South Florida way. Hey, listen, I'll take some rain over some earthquakes any day. Earthquakes and tornadoes, I'm not fucking with it. Which South Florida has been getting a couple of tornadoes lately. So, I know we ain't got no tectonic plates. If you don't know what tectonic plates are, you got to go back to elementary school. You absolutely have to go back. Tectonic plates, man. I know we ain't got none, but the moment we get one earthquake, one earthquake, I'm not moving. I ain't got money to move, but the moment we get one earthquake, that would be the time for me to panic. I'm going to tell you this right now. Brickell will be underwater in the next couple of years. There's no fucking way Brickell will stand. Edgewater, there's no fucking way. Every time it rains down here, that place is tow truck central. Every car is flooded. Every building is getting water inside of it. Brickell will be Atlantis at most. But don't listen to me. I am a uneducated, ungraduated scientist that just likes to speak fiction facts. I don't. I hate fiction facts. Fiction facts. If you don't know what a fiction fact is, it's you ever said something with your chest that you strongly believe in, but you got it off Instagram. Let me tell you something. Everything on the internet ain't real. Shocker. Shocker. I swear to God, there's people out here who will read an article. I'm sorry, not even the article. They will read the caption of the article and automatically go bonkers about it without actually reading the context behind it. I promise you, everything you read is not real. I hate fiction facts. I hate when people just start talking. What's your data? What's your data behind that? What is your data behind that? Where did you hear that? Did you read it in a magazine? Nah, I heard it on TikTok. Oh shit. Well, listen, I can't clown that. I've learned a lot of things on TikTok. Today I cooked bacon in a deep pot. Okay, I ain't never cooked bacon in a big ass deep pot before. And I went to culinary school, motherfuckers, and I ain't never cooked bacon in a deep pot before. And I saw that motherfucker on TikTok, and that shit worked like a dream. All right, I dropped that bacon in there. That bitch started to pat, 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 and it was staying in the pot. And I was looking at my fucking range of my stove, and I was like, "Ain't a drop of grease in this motherfucker. This was an amazing idea." And then you had to wash that pot, and you were like, "Damn, this is a big ass motherfucking pot." But it was worth it because you didn't have to clean the stove. Hey, listen. There's bad and good about TikTok and social media. I've learned so much about fucking life. Listen, in the past 1 to 2 years that I've been on TikTok, I've learned so many hacks on life, and nobody has ever taught me in the past 36 years. I'm a very hands-on guy. There's literally accounts that are like, you gotta be fucking shitting me that you're teaching me this shit now. Okay? There's shit out here and I'm like, hold the fucking phone. Wait the fucking minute. But yeah, man, today was one of those days that we got to go out. Of course, the moment that we loaded everything up and strapped our baby in the car, it started to rain on us. So I was blindly driving. I told my wife, do you want to go north or south? She looked at me. She goes, huh? I've been trying to teach my wife north, south, east, and west since we've been together. This is getting close to over 5 years now. And I have failed at that responsibility. Today I put a fucking, I did a pop quiz. We were driving down the road. It was raining, and I tell her, "Hey, babe, do we go north or south? To wherever destination we want to go to." She looks at me. She goes, "What's the difference?" I was like, "Well, south we'd be going to Miami. North we'd be going to Broward." Where are we now? I was like, "Hey, babe, we've been at this for a while now. Like if you're ever in an emergency, let's just say you're standing right here. If you're in an emergency and you want to call me, how are you going to explain that to me? If I call you and I tell you, hey, babe, are you driving north or south? What are you going to tell me?" She looks me in my eyes. She goes to me, "I'm going to tell you I'm driving towards my grandma's house." Okay, I understand. Can we be a little bit more specific? She looks at me and she goes, "I'm a block away from Molina's restaurant." So we're using landmarks as GPS now. What happens if they turn off? What happens if Molina's gets knocked down and it gets changed to like Alfredo's? She looks at me and she goes, "I'll still call it Molina's, so you know where it's at." Oh, God damn it. Fuck, God damn it. So we were on the route, man. We were going. There was a few things that I needed to pick up. One of those stops was a Home Depot. Shit. If you're a hands-on guy like me, you love and you hate Home Depot. I mean, I absolutely love that place, and then I hate it because I can't walk out with everything that I want. Shit's expensive, y'all. Have you ever tried fucking buying a brand new faucet? For the bathroom, for the kitchen, for anything? Like, a few couple of bucks. Them motherfuckers are close to $200-$300 right now. Because, of course, the one that you want to pick is the nice one. Absolutely. Hell yeah. I want that black matte finish with the long wide tip so it can come out looking like a waterfall. $229. Oh, that shit looks amazing right there on that motherfucking stand. Shit. I mean... So we're walking around Home Depot. I'm looking for a few things. Cha-cha-cha. I got them in the cart. We passed by the bathroom section, and I feel a tug on my shirt. My wife, she goes, "Look, Drago. No, Drano? Drago? Is it Drano or Drago? I feel like Drago is a character off Game of Thrones. I want to say Drano." So I look where she's pointing at, and I'm like, there's this black bottle sealed in this Ziploc bag. And I'm like, that's not... And I look under it, and there's this gallon of Drano. I was like, but that's Drano. And she's looking at them. She looks at me, and she goes, "Yeah, but this shit got a Ziploc on it. You know that shit got to be fire if it's got to be protected with a Ziploc." And that's absolutely a fact. We busted out laughing in that store. If you really do think about it, either that's an amazing marketing tactic or that shit is really that strong. All right? If you got to put a bottle inside of a Ziploc and zip it and put the barcode on the outside, that bitch is either... Who is either? That motherfucker is either radioactive or that's an amazing marketing scheme. Make a long story short, I didn't buy shit. You know why I didn't buy shit? Because I didn't have my card on me. Home Depot does not accept Apple Pay. My wife's card was in the car. And if I got to walk back to the car to pick up a debit card, I'm leaving. I'm going to tell you that right now. But Home Depot, how the fuck you guys don't accept Apple Pay? How? There's still stores out here that don't accept Apple Pay. Why? Why? Explain it to me. Oh, my God, bro. But needless to say, we walked out of there. My wife was like, "I'm not feeling that good." She's a trooper, man. That's why I love her. She's a trooper. She's a ride or die. I know she's got my back 1,000%. She knows I've got her back 2,000%. That's my ride or die right there, baby girl. Mwah, I love you. I may be a dickhead sometimes, but it's all love, It's all love. I crack way too many jokes. I think she's trying to get annoyed with my jokes, y'all. Just remember, she's the one who stayed in my DMs. She knew what she was getting herself into. Oh, man. We get home, and we realize we didn't buy any of the things that we needed to buy. So I tell her, all right, I'm going to do a quick Target run. She looks at me. She looks at me, and she says, "Motherfucker, you're going to Target? I will get dressed right now." And I looked at her like I thought you were sick. She's like, "So it's Target." She didn't go. Honestly, I wish she would have gone. I wish it would have gone. Target is not the place for me to be at by myself. Target is not the place for me to be at by myself. Here's a few things on the items that I had to buy. I had to buy diapers. I had to buy wipes. She wanted me to buy her a few groceries, and she wanted me to buy her some cleaning supplies. And I found everything. And then I got to the diaper aisle. Let me tell you something. This one's for the fellas. Fellas, have you ever been put in a situation where your wife asks you to go to the store to go buy her female hygiene products? That's the most uncomfortable situation you probably ever been in, huh? You're like, me? I'm not qualified for that kind of purchase. Why would you have me go? I feel sick. Please go. Fuck, now I gotta go. And then you walk up in there and you realize it's the Taste of Rainbow section and you have no idea what you're doing because some of these shits got wings. Some of these shits are for heavy flow. Some of these shits are for light flow. Some of these shits are just liners. There's so many different brands and different colors. There's big tube, small tube. There's the really long string. I am not qualified for this kind of purchase. That's how I felt today. That's how I felt today. I walked to the diaper aisle. And I'm staring. And the instructions I got was go buy diapers size 5 Pampers. Nobody told me. Nobody told me that I needed to have a category above that either. Are we having the 360 movers? Are we having the all-nighters, sleep tights? Are we having the fucking Sesame Street characters on it? Which one do I buy? Which one do I buy? Oh my God. There was a lady in the aisle with me. Okay, we were there for the exact same amount of time. I'm looking for the diapers. I grabbed the huge box of 200 diapers, or 200 or something diapers, size 5s, and I grab them in my hand. I hold them in my hand, and I keep staring at the aisle, because when I looked down, the bitch was like $50-something plus, and I was like, I know I said I wanted to splurge, but come on. So I didn't know I was doing this, but I was blankly staring at every other item. And then I go, and all I can see is this lady look at me. She starts to laugh and she walks away. She knew what the fuck was going on. These motherfucking diapers are too expensive. So I put that big ass box back. I grabbed 2 bags of the 24 fucking diapers and I was like, look, $20 for right now will be all right. We'll get some more next time, all right? Listen, that section is a section that I probably never want to walk into again just because I you know how inexperienced I felt? And I'm the fucking experienced parent in this. And then I walk into a diaper aisle and I was like, what the fuck do I get? What the fuck is that? I'm looking at the text like, am I getting the right thing? Like, holy fucking shit, man. Oh, my God. But yeah, man, it was one of those weeks. We're finishing it off right now. We're finishing off this episode right now. Listen, this wine has been absolutely amazing to me. I hope I've been absolutely amazing to you guys. I hope you guys have tuned in. I hope you guys have finished off the episode. If you guys got any comments, any type of input, anything you really want to listen to on this show, please feel free to drop a message. If you follow me on Instagram, which I'm sure the majority of my viewers do, drop a DM. If you don't know my Instagram is IamRax_. It's going to be right here, IamRax_. Please feel free to follow. Please feel free to send me a message. Show some love. Show some support, some critique, some criticism. Whatever, man. It's all love when it comes to me. I'm here for the long run. I hope we can keep this moving. I hope we can keep this pushing. I hope we can keep this going. Listen, that's it for me for today. Please like, please subscribe, please set the bell for the alerts. Follow me on Instagram, IamRax_. Follow me on TikTok, IamRax. Shit, just fucking follow me for the love of God. Help your boy out so that I can keep out pushing some more content. Just show some love, show some support for your boy. I mean, I promise you I'll revert the energy right back at you. But I appreciate you guys sticking around. This is episode 3 I'm proud of what's going on, man. I hope we can keep this pushing. And once again, it's your boy R to the A to the K to the S. We loving, we living, we keeping it moving. Let's get it.